Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are unpacking something I am absolutely thrilled to share with you all, an incredibly fascinating model in the entrepreneurial space called the Home Business Academy, or HBA for short. We're going to deconstruct their structure, their amazing product suite, and the exact math that has drawn over 2,000 active, happy members to their platform. If you've ever dreamed of creating real, recurring revenue or starting a home-based business, you know it can be a rocky road. But HBA presents a genuinely unique, game-changing system, and I highly recommend checking them out. In fact, you can find the link right down in the description or in our channel description to see exactly what I mean. But first, let's break down exactly how this brilliant system works. So here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We'll cover the home business gap, the foundation and promises, the HBA product suite, the commission math, and finally, their track record and impact.
All right, let's dive right into Section 1, the home business gap.
So, the source material presents this stark contrast that I think pretty much any entrepreneur can instantly relate to. You've got the before, and we've all been there, right? Stressing about money, building someone else's dream, having those Sunday nights completely ruined by the dread of Monday morning. But then you have the after. Imagine waking up without an alarm clock, asking what you want to do today instead of what you have to do, and owning true residual income. HBA argues, and quite beautifully I might add, that you don't close this gap just by working yourself to the bone. You close it by building income that literally works without you.
And that brings us to the founders, Paul and Mike. The materials highlight this incredibly powerful, honest quote from them. "We've made over $2 million in home businesses. We've also been betrayed by most of them." They achieved this massive, life-changing success, but then they had to watch their income just vanish because of shifting compensation plans and companies quitting on them. That frustration, it led them to design a totally new system aimed at true, long-term stability.
Now, if you want to know what kind of guys are running this, get this. According to the source, there was a time early on when a merchant suddenly put a 50% hold on their funds. HBA owed their affiliates over $100,000 a month, but only half of that was coming in. So what did Paul and Mike do? Instead of letting their members take the hit, they personally took out a $250,000 loan. Yeah, $250,000 out of their own pockets just to ensure every single affiliate got paid on time while they sorted it out. That is just absolute top-tier integrity, which perfectly sets up Section 2, the foundation and promises.
They built this whole company on 3 non-negotiable promises. Number 1, never change the comp plan. Number 2, never quit on people. And number 3, put people first, even when it costs us, just like that wild personal loan we just talked about. The founders firmly believe that without these 3 pillars, you're not actually building residual income, you're just running on a treadmill that's disguised as a business. And those promises translate into their core, absolutely disruptive claim, an unlocked 80% commission rate available from day 1. I mean, wow. While a lot of other programs might start you at 30 or 40% and make you jump through a million hoops just to bump that up, HBA pays out 80% immediately. You keep the lion's share of what you earn, from your very first referral all the way to your 100th. And they pair that awesome 80% payout with some of the best structural policies in the industry. They proudly market the total absence of trapdoors. There are no rank requirements that constantly reset to 0, no hidden monthly volume quotas hanging over your head, and absolutely no non-competes that punish you for building other income streams. The plan you see today is the exact plan you'll have 10 years from now. It is locked in. Moving right along to Section 3, the HBA product suite. Let's look at what they actually offer, starting with their fantastic entry-level product. The Let's Goal app is just $10 a month. It's described as a life compass right in your pocket. It's packed with goal cards, a digital journal, habit trackers, even a morning routine coach. Plus, it includes 7 free family member accounts. That is just ridiculous value right out of the gate.
Next up is the HBA Funnel Builder at just $25 a month. This is a mid-tier tool that lets you capture leads, build unlimited pages and funnels, and even use their Sage AI chat. The source claims this tool does the exact same job as software that usually runs well over $200 a month somewhere else. For business owners, that is an absolute steal. And finally, we have HBA Premium at $125 a month. This tier gives you all the advanced tools: team broadcasting messaging, Smart Post for automating your social media, and super cool AI features like Van Gogh Image Studio and Prompt Write. But the real kicker? It includes daily live coaching, 5 days a week, directly from the founders and top earners. That level of access is just phenomenal. And the users are loving it. The source shares this great quote from a member, Mark D., who says, "I always struggled with AI because I'm just not good with prompts. I just tell it what I want, it asks me a few questions, and creates an awesome prompt for me." It really goes to show that these tools aren't just flashy add-ons, they are highly practical, everyday solutions that genuinely help people. All right, Section 4, the commission math. Let's crunch some numbers.
So how does that 80% actually break down in dollars and cents? It's beautifully simple. If a customer buys Let's Goal for $10, you keep an $8 residual. Funnel Builder at $25, you keep $20. Premium at $125, you're keeping $100. If your customer is all in and uses all three products, they pay $160 a month, and you keep an amazing $128 a month in residual income. But here is where the math gets really exciting. A core focus of their model is the number 2. HBA points out that you do not need 10 or 20 referrals to get in the green. Just 2 referrals using the products gets you into positive cash flow. Your own business essentially becomes free, and you're immediately making a profit. 2. That is so achievable. Looking at the bigger picture with their net residual income, which is your earnings minus your own subscription costs, it scales so well. At 2 referrals, you're netting $96 a month. At 10 referrals, you're clearing over $1,000 a month. And at just 24 referrals, their breakdown equates to a full-time net income of $2,912 every single month. The math is incredibly straightforward and built to scale predictably. Finally, Section 5, Track Record and Impact. The Home Business Academy was established back in 2016. According to the source, they have been operating for a decade without a single change to their compensation plan. Think about that for a second. In this industry, that is virtually unheard of. They even showcase a live payout dashboard verifying funds through June 2026, which is just brilliant proof of their long-term rock-solid stability. And that stability pays off. The materials highlight $7.3 million as the total lifetime commissions paid out to their members so far. Their live dashboard actively tracks these verified payouts, proving that everyday people are out there generating real residual income using this exact system. It clearly works. But honestly, beyond the fantastic finances, what I love most is their philanthropic impact. HBA has provided over 418,000 days of meals to feed my starving children. That is just incredible. They've built a community of over 2,000 active members, and they back it all with a completely stress-free, no questions asked, 3-day money-back guarantee. Which leaves us with this final thought. Does prioritizing a locked 80% commission model and foundational stability truly solve the historical musical chairs problem of the home business industry? Well, looking at their track record and this absolutely brilliant mathematical blueprint, it's hard not to be incredibly impressed. I highly, highly recommend taking a closer look at what they are building over there. Seriously, be sure to hit that link in the description or on our channel description to see it in action for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and here's to finding business models that actually put people first.